Recording and broadcasting. And we're live. Welcome to Wednesday. Why are my earphones on? I don't hear anything anyway.
Yeah, you can't hear it. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Welcome to Shanahan's Live. Sorry for the slight delay start. But
yeah,
we
I
are
was
here.
cooking this guy dinner.
She's making me portobello mushrooms, which I just finished up.
Oh, you didn't save me any.
Oh, you wanted some? Well, you said cooking this guy dinner, so I assume that means me and not you as well.
So that was my punishment for being late.
Yes.
Food.
Cook faster.
When you show up at the house, like, I haven't eaten.
You were making...
When you show up, I brought a lemon.
I brought a lemon for my tea because my throat is getting really sore and I have to talk a lot on this show. So I got my grog pint of tea.
Really colorful brew. It's all...
Yeah, it's
You gotta...
multicolored. I tip it, but I'll pour it all over the drawer.
The lemons are all pink in there.
We got delightful lemons. We got delightful raspberry.
Oh.
And it's a delightful day. A very delightful day because we have a few things to report on. Very big. As Katie's looking over here, 300 copies of Silly Kingdom.
I think this is only like 100 in this box.
Okay, there's another bunch downstairs. Finally, it's all printed, all ready to go.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Now, we've got to sign them all and draw on all of them.
Yeah, and they look beautiful.
Yes, we can also switch over. Let's switch over to camera 2.
Yeah.
I'm not using Cam Twist today, so you have to bear with me. Let's switch over to Dude, camera 2.
Alright.
Alright, there we go. Silly Kingdom.
Shiny.
In the flesh, as it were.
Very shiny. I guess that's the glossy cover for you. I don't know if the colors show up that nice on this camera, but the colors are so
Yeah,
nice.
in real life, they look great.
It's just, I think they look a little grainy on the camera, but
yeah, I'm pretty happy with
the
I'm very happy with the turnout of the book. It is looking fantastic.
Yeah.
The pages are nice and look crisp.
Yeah, the blacks are super black. The lines are
no
really
pixelization,
nice.
nothing.
No,
it's
it's the last. Some of the pixelization, some of the other ones are driving me crazy, but we finally, yeah. It's one of those things I feel like I notice because I'm the one who spends so long slaving on the lines.
That's true.
I was looking out of the box.
Is your cat in the box?
Yeah. Cat.
Stop being in the box.
Cat.
Now you want to be internet famous. Cat.
Okay.
Hi, Puzzle. Welcome to the show. What do you have to say? Meow, meow, meows.
Okay, Daddy, get it.
Okay, go away, Puzzle. Flexbox saying they are all looking totally awesome. Yes, they are.
Thank you.
And they're going to look a lot more awesome when they finally arrive in your house homes
this month.
This month.
Male prevailing. I mean, they're going. They're all going in this week.
They're going against the Christmas rush.
Yeah, so we're fighting against
whatever happens in that mess.
Aunt Gladys's
happens. So I hope you all get your copy coming to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be like mailing blitz, signing blitz. Once again,
sharpener.
If you are watching right now and you have a book ordered and you've recently changed your address and you haven't told us yet, be sure to get back to us on sillykingdomcomic@gmail.com.
And we'll get on that.
And we'll have to fix it because otherwise it's going to be sent to the wrong address where you do not live and someone else gets to enjoy your copy of the book. Yeah, and it's not really like... So Katie's sharpening pencils.
Nook.
So yeah, today what we're going to be doing is, I guess, just drawing and signing in every single copy while the show goes on. So we won't be working on an original art piece for now. But wait, checking out the Twitter, we have In This Talks joining us saying, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for my copy.
Awesome.
As you better be, because the excitement only increases when it gets closer to your destination via air or boat. We once accidentally sent a package by boat. I think it was to Israel or something, or England. And they said it was going to take like 6 weeks. I'm like, no.
Oh, no. Is that the one we sent to Australia, actually?
I don't think it was Australia, but it's like...
We did send one by boat.
we had... This whole book process has been a long learning. First, I'll just quickly read off Heather Leach saying, hooray, books, hurrah, hurrah, books. What's up, Heather? Yeah, this whole shipping thing's been a really big learning curve for me, especially because I don't really ship things anymore. The last time I mailed something was back when I subscribed to Nintendo Power.
Yeah,
and I'd write into every month wanting to win Mario Kart or win Mega Man X.
Everything's email now, so it's like we don't even send cards, we just email cards.
I don't even email cards. Forget that. But it's
I don't subscribe to this card.
This giving. But it's been the first major hurdle is just trying to figure out what was our package. So like do an example. Alright, so over here let's say.
Are you gonna show it? Oh, how to ship it.
So like this is the envelope. Actually, this isn't the one we use. This is one from Honest Ed's. Where's our regular envelopes? Give me an example from in the box. What are we dealing with? So we're sending, I forget the name or size of it, but it's bubble wrap, it's this. The book actually fits perfectly in it.
Yeah.
And the first hurdle was, oh, hey, they're available at the post office. I'll buy a pack of 10 for $9. Which means each of them is like 90 cents.
Yeah,
which actually gets really expensive after a while. And then I found out Grandin Toys sells 6-pack for $3, which means each is 60 cents. And I'm like, okay, hurdle avoided. Now, if anyone can recommend like where to buy bulk envelopes, I think we're actually almost done because we have envelopes for, I think, up to the 30. We might need a few more for the 38 donors. But once we get past that, it's actually going to get a lot larger because we have some original prints and stuff we have to ship to you guys.
At the smallest 8.5 by 11 prints, so we're going to have to make some customizable things, envelopes, and then after that it's commissions, which are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So
and then also going back to the early days of shipping was, all right, so we have these, there's a book in it, what is it? And so I'm like, well, it's a book, I guess. And people are charging me like $4 to $5 to ship within Canada and the States, and $9 everywhere else.
Crazy.
So Australia and England and wherever, it was $9.
Yeah.
And we were doing this for a bunch of the early books, a bunch of the 15s, until I finally talked to a guy who like runs the post office at like the local shoppers, and he's like, oh yeah, no, you should be paying for oversized letter mail, not like small light packet. I'm like, what's the difference? And he's like, well, $9 for long distance with what you're doing. If it's oversized letter mail, it's $4.
Yeah,
like that. I'm like,
insane. That no one tells you that.
No one told me, and I'm like, what's in it? I'm like, well, it's a book, it's paper. And he's like, yeah, so it should be oversized letter mail. It shouldn't be. And we were filming out those international forms for every single one by hand as well. We're rewriting everyone's addresses and everyone's everything, and it was a grinding process. And I'm so glad this guy told me straight, because no one else in this whole Toronto post office business was going to tell me nothing.
I find it's like if you're working your regular job and you're just like, you don't care. It's like, I'll just...
Well, the thing was, they all assumed it was like DVDs and stuff.
Well, actually,
and that means it costs more to ship it.
That same post office I went to the other day, and I filled up enough stamps on the envelope that all I needed was a penny. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll just go ask her for a penny stamp. So I gave her the envelope. I'm like, oh, all I need is a penny. So she like weighed it, put like $1.03 on it, and charged me $1.03 when all I needed was the penny. And I was like, I could fight this. I'm just so tired. Like, keep your stupid $1.02.
So hopefully, so far, it's the cheapest we've got it yet. We could possibly get down more. There is methods of, if you call yourself a business, you can get like 5% discount on everything. I don't know if we're a business just yet, so we're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we're a business. We're not sending, like, are you making money for stuff?
I don't know.
You're a business.
Maybe. This business talk. It's boring. So hopefully, we're just trying to find ways to get the books to you. Let's jump over to Katie Cam, see what she's up to while she's doing
You're not really going to be able to see just because it's like I have to...
Yeah, I don't know. People like the process. I'm going to switch over
people can't
to
see
Logic
the pencils.
Cam.
People will see when I'm... Yeah.
Right now, you can sort of see it.
Drawing Alan eating a cake. You know, when the inks start, you'll be able to see it better. But right now, it's just cloudy.
Yeah.
My giant wrist.
We got Chris the host saying, hooray, Silly Kingdom. Hope I also get a copy. Hope I get a copy. Also, it was the legendary beast known as Puzzle. What other fantastical beast shall we see?
Ooh.
The mythical Jerry is somewhere in this room.
Can you spot him in this picture?
He's actually here right now.
He's watching.
Listening to your dreams. So let's talk briefly about our fun with Ustream. Okay, so if you're one of the reoccurring viewers of the show, you will notice that a reoccurring theme, not by choice, is how much I hate Ustream.
We should make that the name of the show.
Mainly because there's all this RAM and memory crashing. After last week, I got really annoyed because I was really enjoying the chat last week. You guys were like really setting it up, and
it was a lot of fun.
I didn't have to talk about anything. You guys had the show going for me.
You didn't have to do anything.
It was great. I didn't have to. I just sat there and let it happen. But then our RAM started disappearing, and the internet slowed down and stuff. So I just said, forget this. I'm gonna look into this. So I sat down and started researching Ustream. I started talking live chat with the people who run Ustream and stuff, trying to figure things out.
It's always fun.
And like this came up, that came up, I did some other side stuff, and basically what we ended up to is I was using Google Chrome. Now I love Google Chrome for everything else because it, it's well integrated, it works, whatever. There you go. But it has something in it when it comes to Flash video playing that is referred to as a memory leak. Essentially, when you do anything Flash-based, be it like YouTube or Ustream video and Ustream chat, memory just starts leaking. It just goes away. I don't know why. And like I was opening up my active monitor, basically it said there's this thing called like Flash Player Shockwave plugin, Chrome, whatever, and it's like, oh, it's using 15%, oh, it's using 16%, oh, it's using 17%, and then I'm watching this free gigs just disappear until we've gone from like 4 gigs to 12 megabytes, and then the show crashes and I cry. Yeah. So, I was like, all right, forget Chrome then. We're going to start using, Safari or one of those other delightful programs, Firefox, if you will. And the only problem with those is they don't recognize CamTwist as a camera source, which is the thing I use to bring up your, Twitters and nice crossfades. My hands are kind of tied. If anyone knows any other solutions, how to fix everything ever, otherwise
actually, yeah, we gotta
I've got to click the screen and go, I want to go to KatieCam. Boop. And then it crashes and switches, and there's Katie's hand.
Burr.
And it's too late to go back. Built a nice site.
It doesn't take that much. I mean, the amount of time it takes to switch,
it hurts me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. FlexBox right in saying, yeah, how's your RAM, bro?
Dude, bro.
Dude, you don't even know.
I was actually thinking, instead of just doing random drawings in these books, I should draw in the books for people who are getting the Indiegogo books on the stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, who here watching, Chris says, if you're needing IM chat, I found a place where you can host one if it helps.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking, all right, well, here's the thing is, first, thanks for that link, yeah. But the main thing is, this will work now on Safari, because it doesn't have the memory leak. Speaking of which, Creepy Porpoise just showed up. What up? Doesn't have the memory leak like Chrome does. The only crappy part is I can't use... here's the thing. If I was using Chrome, I'd have a memory leak anyway, because Chrome and its Flash and its Shockwave. So for today, we're just going to use Safari. We'll do the point-and-click mode where I'm like, good, let's switch to camera 2. Dink. Switch
to wrist camera.
Dink. But we shall solve this. But for now, chat works. Looks like it.
For the next hour.
For the next hour or so. And once in a while, I might actually press this clear RAM button and see what happens. And it might crash the show. So lots of surprises coming. Creepy Porpoise says, hey. And FlexBox replies, hey, Creepy. Hi, Creepy. Sorry, I didn't mean to misquote you.
You said it really creepy, too. Hi, Creepy.
How's it going? How's it going? You said your finals is what stopped you from watching the show last week. It was a good show. We talked about Doctor Who quite a bit.
Yeah, we did.
More than I'm comfortable.
For someone who's never watched
For someone who's never watched the show, I talked more than I needed to. Like, I know more about Firefly, and I don't even know enough of the Firefly. Have the leech right in on the Twitter. If you're watching the show, you want to jump in on the Twitter. At Katie Shy on the Twitter. Have the leech right in. Try packaging supplies for ordering in bulk, like uline.ca, which is also located in Brampton.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can give us envelopes. That's an idea. I need something to write on. Right,
I don't want to go to Brampton.
Well, maybe they can send it to us.
Well, line.ca. Thanks, Heather.
Thank you. I think we're almost done with the small envelopes. We'll see for the big. Meanwhile, in this talk saying, my parents sell books online and they buy their packages, stuff in bulk from 4bubble.com.
Ooh, thank you.
4bubble.
We will look into
I feel like anytime we have problems, we just start a live show and be like, hey, who has a solution for this?
Who knows how I can print on watercolor paper?
Meanwhile, FlexFox says the cam switch isn't so bad on this end for the record. Yeah, but like one touch crossfade, you can't fight that. Well, you want that. Alternatively, I can't show you my screen capture, because if I could show you screen capture, I'd show you guys all about the photo contest currently involved in Xbox Canada right now is hosting the Dance Central 2 Who's Your Crew photo contest. The way this works is you go to Xbox Canada on your Facebook. You gotta like it. I'm sorry if you have a policy against liking, but please do this for us. You gotta like it. Then look for Rumble Pack. There's a photo of me, David Hall. We got Shaz, we got Frank, and we're all dressed up in our uniforms for our dance crew. And we took a picture, and if you vote for us and if we win, each member of the team gets Xbox 360 with 4 gigs of memory. We all get a Kinect. We all get a copy of Dance Central 2, as well as we all get dance lessons.
You get dance lessons.
Which,
like,
if you ever seen me, legit, it's probably like, as I put it, it's got to be the guy who's like, hey, so I choreographed Britney. Let's see what you guys got. And I'm like, crap.
Let's show parkour.
Parkour?
Parkour?
Can I show you parkour? Parkour. That'd be fun, because I sort of know parkour.
Yeah, did you guys end going last Sunday?
FlexFox says Rumble Pack is in first. Oh, we're in first, son!
Hey.
We'll get to parkour in a second. We're in first! So go vote, because it's vote every day. It's one of those contests where if you don't vote every day, then you don't win, because one vote is never enough for online contests. It just isn't realistic, but whatever, that's the way it is. So check it out, Xbox Canada or just look up Who's Your Crew, Facebook, contest, Rumble Pack. Remember, and new video is going to be coming up tomorrow because we shot a Rumble Pack behind the scenes video with us dancing and talking in silly accents. So I'm sure you'll all enjoy it, and it'll encourage you to vote every day, and your friends can vote every day. Yeah. That's what people should do, because Chris the host showing up in the chat over here because, Twitter can't contain Chris the host because he has to go to the chat too. His clones aren't there today though. And he says, "Hello all, no clones this time." He even says it. I'm sure they'll be coming soon though. Mm-hmm. But on the note of parkour, yes, I went last week to parkour. If you didn't know, I'm doing the parkour now because you play in games for so long, and then sometimes you're like, you know what, I gotta do this at some point. So, do parkour is what I started doing.
The parkour advertisement sign.
Oh shoot, we're done. Why don't we jump over to camera 2? Let's see this action. For you just joining us, if you are just joining us, we are filling out the signatures and the drawings on every copy of the finally published second round and hopefully final round for this format of Silly Kingdom. Coming to you in the next few weeks, hopefully by next week. But once again, Christmas is happening, so there's many angry postcards.
Angry Christmas aggressive Christmas
Son,
postcards.
you never write. Merry Christmas.
This is for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna sign.
Oh, cute. You should be showing your signature. Want to grab another book?
Yeah, it doesn't end there, does it?
No, we got about 200 to
go. One down, 217 to go.
Yeah.
So, join us, won't you? So as Katie pointed out, actually, if you guys haven't received your book yet, you can actually request right now. What are you saying?
If one of you guys, if you folks on the stream are getting one of these sent to you through Indiegogo, and let me know what you want me to draw for you in it, and I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
Stream.
So, if you haven't got your copy yet, write it down. And let's see what's going on in the chat.
Because I think they owe someone turnip shenanigans. Like that draw or yams. That drawing you over there being yams.
I did a drawing of. It's still there.
Yeah, that's going to one of our awesome streamers.
I forgot drawing that.
Yeah, you said that away at the beginning.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
I don't remember who we promised that to.
Was it in this? Who likes yams? Was it you in this?
Do you like yams?
Do you like yams?
Or was it porpoise?
It is or porpoise. One of you two likes yams. Fight it out amongst yourselves. You guys are going to be up all night drawing, says in this, though, so that's going to be fun. Meanwhile, in the chat, we got Chris saying, "My awesomeness is boundless," which is true, because you can't be contained in one place. And Creepy Porpoise says, "Are you really going to try and get all those done in a day?"
No.
And we say nay to that. We'll be working on this over the rest of the week. But we're going to try to incrementally get out either based on country or donation size. But probably the donation size first. So like we said before, all the $15 donations were dealt with long ago before we got into some of these printing scruples. But now that the printing is all set, and once again, man, beautiful, not only beautiful book, beautifully quoted on the back.
That's right.
By the one and only Kazu Kibushi. I've never said his last name before.
I keep saying Kibushi, but I think it's Kibushi.
Kibushi.
And then I feel
author of Amulets.
Because we've stayed in his house, so we can't even...
I've hung out with you, man. I've used your laundry machine. I don't know your last name.
You let me hold your child.
You trust me with that much.
But yeah,
awesome
he gave
author,
us a wicked quote.
Artist.
Do you want to read it?
From Amulet, and he says, I'm not going to do it in his voice.
Okay.
Because no one would get it. Silly Kingdom features some of the best and most... We should, show the quote while I'm reading it. So let's... I would have crossfaded.
Indulge us, guys.
I would have crossfaded if I had Cam Twist working.
Good.
Silly Kingdom features some of the best and most expressive cartooning I have seen in years. And the charming story is both sweet and hilarious. The Shanahans are simply brilliant!
Simply brilliant!
Brilliant! Kazu Kibushi, author of Amulets.
Thank you.
How swells is that?
That totally made my week.
Swells is Christmas bells, I say. Ding.
Super awesome.
It's also a nice quote written by me on the back. This book's amazing.
You'll go ape over Silly Kingdom.
You'll go ape. Little inside joke there. But, yeah, rocking. This, man, I want to read it twice. So do you. Smells like a new car. You want it. You need it. Speaking of Who Which, we got a bunch of posts and talkie talks. In this clarifying says, Creepy Porpoise that got yammed.
That was it. Just just sounds.
Not me. I swear. No.
I don't want them.
Leave me out of this.
Getting them anyway.
Christos saying, my friend says, why not live stream for the new streaming channel? Live streaming. That was kind of the toss-up. We never really picked for any particular reason. Ustream.
It's one of those things where I put out which do we do, and
yeah.
You know, it's until you start trying it, you never know if you like it or not.
That being said, I can actually scroll up and down on the chat, and it doesn't crash on me, so that's a start.
Hey.
That's because we're not using Chrome, which doesn't have a memory leak. Watch the beginning of the show if you want to go back and all over that. Let's see. Me, speaking of laundry, I must go change over mine. Be right back. So Flux Fox is doing his laundry. Don't worry, we can wait for him.
Yeah. Are you back yet?
Don't mix the reds with the whites.
No. And don't use softener with the towels.
Really?
If you put those little things in there, I think it makes them harder.
Don't wash pillows. Wash pillowcases. If you wash a pillow, you screwed it up.
Don't,
Yeah, don't put your pillow in the washing machine. It's done. That's why we have pillowcases.
Yeah.
We've learned that the hard way. Now it's all chunky.
You like all the cotton spreads.
Yeah, it's like it's form-fitting. It's nice.
Now it's one of those Ovisform ones because you stuck it in the water.
Yeah.
Also, don't wash stains in Coca-Cola.
That's true. Don't pour Coca-Cola on the stains. You know. And especially if you have like a Coke stain on a white shirt, don't pour Coke on it. It's not going to fix it. We learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Life.
I'm trying to think of other
raw and real.
life mishaps.
I'm trying to think what else have we done wrong with the wash machine. Write in if you've done anything wrong with the wash machine.
Yeah,
right now, Innes is doing things right with the laundry machine because, lol, I'm doing laundry too. Hamster face. Bam. So, today's laundry episode.
Awesome.
Christos says your comic taught us that, Katie.
Yeah.
With Heather pouring all the Coke into the laundry machine.
Good.
It was horrible. I hope you all learn things from Shrub Monkeys. Learn from our mistakes through humor.
That's why I make them. Made them.
Is anyone else doing laundry? We got Chris. We got Innes doing laundry. What else? I didn't have time to actually write a list of things. What are you drawing, Katie?
I'm drawing Marcus juggling.
All right, let's pop over there. Let's see what's happening on Katie Cam.
Let's see if I can shift this bit. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if it's an awkward position for me to draw in.
Well, isn't that fun? Let's see what else is going on. David Hall tells me that if you're in Canada and you're flying around on airplanes and stuff, apparently this week only there's an Air Canada sale coming up. So I don't know how good it is, but if you have conventions and stuff you need to go to in the new year, apparently you could save a pretty penny. I'm hoping that means like half. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be excellent.
Because events coming up, there's Vancouver. What we got? VanCaf?
Yeah,
what's it called?
VanCaf.
When's that? That's in May.
The exact same weekend as
There's Anime North.
Yeah.
But we might be going out to that with the book if that's the case, and if we could fly for cheap, that would be fantastic. Vancouver's a pretty cool town if you've never been.
I've never been.
I hung out in the gas lamp district, which is cool because there's a gas-powered clock just hanging out in the middle of town, and I believe that's the cover of the Nickelback album that just came out. So enjoy that tidbit of information. There's also a place called Grouse Mountain, which is this giant mountain on the north side, I believe, across the big pond, which a sea bus crosses, which is a ferry boat, which is really cool because I don't know any other city that has boats in it. Except for... There was another one. No.
You mean like ferries?
Yeah, ferry boat.
We have ferries here.
No, we don't. They don't take us anywhere we need to go.
I take one to Porter Airport.
Oh, yeah, when you go to the airport. But like people go to school on a boat, which is like crazy. It's like the people who go to school hang gliding and stuff in those like documentaries. It's great.
What?
Well, on a rope tow. I forget what it was.
You just hook up your backpack and
it's not hang gliding. It's zip lining pretty much. It's.
Oh, you're serious?
No, I'm dead serious. It's a fascinating thing I watched that like children like this. She's like this like 7-year-old has her like 4-year-old brother in a basket, and they're zipping like across chasms of trees and stuff to get to school, and it's like, holy crap. That's just how they roll, man. That's what you gotta do. But Grouse Mountain, you got. We'll talk about that in a bit because we got some tweets. Yes. Just verified what Innes said. I was the one who acquired Yammed.
Done.
Creepy Porpoise, quote it. Chris, the host, saying, "Father's hunting in the forest, mother's cooking in the home. I am going to fetch the water till the day that I am grown."
Oh, jeez.
Is this in context to something I just
Jungle
said?
Book.
Is it?
Yeah, it's that song the girl sings.
And then she like pulls Mowgli out of Animal Town and makes him a man.
Yeah. Animal Town.
That's what the back of the box said. Mowgli grew up in Animal Town with the dancing bear. That movie's interesting because it's like it's very dated. Watching it, there's a lot of contemporary crap in it, like the music and everything. Like you can still enjoy Baloo.
There's a lot of contemporary crap.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying, like you enjoy Baloo and stuff, and then it just gets weird, and there's like monkeys who you're like, oh, cool, they're like the Beatles, so they're going to sing like the Beatles, and then they do like a barbershop quartet, and you're like, well, that was, disappointing.
Oh, you're talking about the vultures.
Oh, sorry, yeah, vultures, because they show them like, oh, look, it's a bear, and there's a kid, there's a bear, and then they're like, I'm like, yeah, I love Yellow Submarine, and then they start singing like a barbershop, and I'm like, oh, I hate the Yellow Submarine. Actually, I just hate the Jungle Book. But then, yeah, the girl has a pot on her head, and Mowgli sees her.
Isn't that interesting? Because most animators I talk to, well, not most, but a lot of them, they'll cite Jungle Book as being their favorite.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's the animation in it was.
Oh,
pretty
it's
top-notch.
fantastic. It's some fantastic animation, no doubt about it.
So good that you see it recycled in some of the other Disney movies.
So good, in fact, they made Tailspin where Baloo flies an airplane.
I loved Tailspin.
It's like Disney execs are sitting there just being like, how can we franchise the Jungle Book further?
Yeah.
It's like, let's give the monkey a hotel and make Baloo fly an airplane. And you're like, genius!
There's a lot of progress in Animal Town while Mowgli's gone.
Mowgli leaves and they're like,
ever
we
come
got
back?
to well, he comes back, he's gonna be surprised. He's like, Baloo, you manage a hotel now?
What happened to the bare necessity?
What happened to just like rubbing your back on a tree? It's like I turned that tree into a biplane, son.
My brother
right.
don't pay no
I
bills.
rub my back on the sky.
Oh, I like that.
That's pretty. Actually, I like that too.
That's a quote.
I rub my back on the sky.
Laundry episode.
Laundry episode. Sorry, folks. I got
This
it.
is important.
Important to my livelihood to write everything I say down. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else remember Tailspin? It was just us. Are we like the oldest people in the crowd? Let's see. Oh, going back to boats. We bought 15 Daniel Luke saying Sydney has ferries apparently. I remember growing up we had a Thomas the Tank Engine style kids show about it.
Aww.
Ferry boat Fred.
That's cute.
We didn't have a ferry boat show, but we had some other weird boat face show.
Boat face.
Where the boats had faces and they're like, ah, water!
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about. I never watched it.
It was that little tank.
Tug the tote boat.
Tug the tote boat.
I don't know, something like that.
Tommy the tugboat? Or
Sure.
something? Timmy?
Whatever. Let's see what's going on here. Crystal's saying, oh, wait, why does Toronto get mythical magic creatures and the rest of us doesn't? Do we?
Because Toronto's awesome.
That is true. Gotta hand it to us. We have pigeons.
Those are pretty special.
And give them an awful sequel. I remember Tailspin vaguely. How can you remember vaguely? You gotta take it to heart, man. It's like Goof Troop and
Darkwing Duck.
And the Mighty Ducks animated series. Where they were hockey playing superhero ducks who lived under the ice rink.
Was that? Oh, yeah.
It's pretty awful, actually.
Yeah, that's right. For a second I was thinking they were people, but they were ducks.
Interesting side note, every single one of them animated in Japan. So, is it anime? I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, it's all...
I had a whole episode on it. So,
some people argue that if it's not made
is
in
it
Japan,
style
it can't be
or
manga.
source?
But then if it's made overseas,
Yeah.
so would like the real Ghostbusters be?
Yeah, my big argument, watch the opening to the real Ghostbusters and see how anime it is, because it is animated by a Japanese studio.
It is, but it's directed and storyboarded, I think.
So is this like the whole
so.
messed up CanCon thing? Why My Big Fat Greek Wedding was not a Canadian film because the money
You
was
need a
not Canadian?
percentage, Yeah.
So anime is like a percentage of influence makes it anime?
To meet CanCon, you need to hit a certain amount
It's
of
a little
requirements.
tricky. It's a little tricky.
And each thing is certain points. It's a point system.
That's true, sir. It's a self-def... I don't want to get into this because I'm going to get violent. But
Start
CanCon is a
ripping things down.
self-defeating system that ruins our integrity. Because we end up making stuff that's so safe and Canadian that no one wants to watch
I
it.
don't even think it has to be safe, though. It's just has to have a certain amount of... I mean... No, I don't think that should hold people back because basically it's like if you have a Canadian director, that's a certain amount of points towards CanCon, and like there's a lot of talent in Toronto. And
Well,
I don't think it has to be family friendly to make.
Well, no, I don't mean family friendly. I mean safe in the terms. Right? If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Canada
Okay.
has a fascinating the whole history of film is such that you got to really get into it to figure out why we have this thing called CanCon. But essentially because we're right beside the States, Canada, and all our shows that we watch come from there. In an effort to maintain Canadian identity through Medium and other such things, there's a certain quota of CanCon, Canadian content, for television shows as well as reasons for being given film grants and things that make sure Canadian content is being made. However, the rules of them is so strict that it's like, you can't have an American actor, or you can't have American money, or so basically everything has to be so. And the weird thing is, you can have co-productions with other countries. Like, oh, Ireland, sure, go nuts. But like America, no, they have money and quality actors. Don't go there.
Okay, question for you though. Is Scott Pilgrim a CanCon movie?
It is weird because it's got British director, Canadian premise, a mix of Canadian American actors. Yeah. American funding,
the lead is
Canadian location, lead Canadian and supporting actors.
Yeah, and it's based on Canadian.
But the money's American, so no.
Yeah?
It's not a Canadian movie at all. Sorry.
I mean, I guess they can't just
nice try, though.
Take it. If it's made, yeah, it's all the money, eh?
Yeah, it's weird. Once again, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the money came from the Hanks, Tom Hanks, I believe, and his wife put up money for it. And even though it was shot in Ryerson, where I went to school, and it was written by a Canadian and all that, not a Canadian movie. Thanks, CanCon. Anyway.
Weird.
Tugboat Show, says Heather Leach. The Tugboat Show, she says in all caps. I remember that. And yay, Darkwing Duck and Tailspin. I think Darkwing Duck came back in comics recently. Like Disney re-released like a whole line. Well, my favorite was Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I'm sorry.
I love that. How did I forget about that?
Because it was the greatest NES game too.
Best. It was great because it was 2-player. So I'd always be Chip because he looked like Indiana Jones, and you'd always be I'd always be Dale.
No, Chip looked like Indiana Jones, and Dale was a
Dale
goofy
had a little red
idiot.
Nose. Okay,
and so I picked Dale.
Yeah. So I was like Chip. Yeah, and then you picked me up and chucked me at like the Robo-Dogs.
Yeah, it didn't help at all. In fact,
you could pick up your partner to get you out of puzzles, but we kept picking each other up and throwing each other off cliffs.
I don't even think it was necessary to get out of puzzles. It was just you had the option to throw your co-op partner into danger for no good reason, and so we just did it all the time.
You'd just be like, you'd be trying to wiggle out of it with your control, even though it doesn't work. Like, stop it!
Like I think
you just walk
it was a good mechanic if one person isn't as confident in platforming. It's like, all right, I'll pick you up and jump you across the stage. You could do that in Kirby and in Mario.
Because you're better at you had the better timing for jumping on things.
But then I just throw you into robot dogs and stuff.
And then you go eat the acorn. You're being an acorn. I'd be like, yes, I'm going for the acorn. And you pick me up and chuck me at the kangaroo.
Yeah, well,
I'm getting
it's a fun game. This is a great game.
Terrible.
In the same Tailspin, oh man, Spin It, and DuckTales, woohoo. Oh. I remember watching DuckTales a lot, but not liking it as much, though. Like, it was, I liked...
watching it, like...
Well, it was like, the miser and all his money, he could solve all the world's problems.
It would not feel nice to dive into a vault of gold. Just, like, it's soft.
Crash. Like, I liked,
his face.
I liked how they moved, what's it, what's his name, like, Platform? What's the name of the big guy?
You're talking about...
With the goggles and Darkwing Duck, and then... Because he was the same... Was it Launchpad? It was Launchpad, right?
Launchpad.
Yeah, he was in DuckTales, but then they just moved him over to Darkwing Duck, and I always thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, yeah, I follow this guy.
I liked it. What was his relationship though? He just
I have no. All the ducks are related. I don't care.
Yeah,
all cousins.
I don't mean relation-wise, but he's just hanging out in Darkwing's house.
Oh yeah. He was the muscle of the team. And then there's that little nerdy duck friend of the little girl duck who got into trouble a bunch. Because that's what they do. In contrast to, say, like Inspector Gadget, where Penny actually solved everything and just let Gadget take the credit.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Oh, well, the dog also solved problem, except he's irritating. He's like, I'm like, okay. It was all the same actors, I think. Like,
you think would it be cool if you have a talking dog, but it's like if he doesn't quite make it there, it's like...
At least Scooby talked. He at least made some sort of sense.
He could communicate.
Friggin' Inspector Dog, what his name was, like... What is a boy? Alright, thanks, buddy. Thanks for participating. Let's just jump over to the stream for a bit because I haven't looked in. We can also throw on. Let's see how this drawing is coming along. Enough of my
cool, I'm just about done it.
Cherry red face.
I know, we're getting all like...
Juggles. I love Tailspin, says Creepy Porpoise, when I was a kid, even though I didn't like The Jungle Book very much. Understandable. Used to watch it with DuckTales. DuckTales. Whatever it was. Because this says Goof Troop probably would have kicked in the teeth. The show annoyed me. You know what? I didn't really care for Goof Troop as a series, but I did enjoy the Goofy movie.
Enough that we watched it every time we went over to...
Yeah. Well, they had that awesome song where like, and stand up, run the crowd, and even turn the ten out.
Yeah. Was that...
The body of it, there's smoke.
Was that Jackson?
No. But he was basically supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then they had friggin' hey buddy, what's his face? The guy from Biodome was that guy that leaned down cheese up. Nah.
Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah, was it?
That was the first time I learned about cheese in a can, so I'm like, Mother!
Like,
We must buy cheese in a can!
Yeah!
Pauly Shore ate it!
Did you ever actually do that?
I didn't make the tower, I just like sprayed it. It's actually kind of disappointing, because it's not like...
I've seen you actually just
spray
it.
Maybe, it's alright. I haven't done it in a while. Did they sell it anymore? Cheese in a can?
Oh yeah.
Spray cheese?
You can get everything in a can.
Launchpad McQuack was his last name. Oh, I said it so disdainly. But yeah, there's also really good animation in the Goofy movie, like the whole like car driving with all the weight of like the luggage on top and it's like teetering and stuff.
Yeah, there's some funny bits.
And then they go to the Gopher show or whatever the hell it is, and Goofy's just eating it up, and like the kid's just like, why am I here? It's a very true story. It's interesting to see like Goofy as a parental figure though, like him with Pete as his neighbor, which is amazing. Like classical like arch villains. I guess Pete was more like Mickey's nemesis, but like having like the Goofy character and the villain just be like suburban neighbors with like parental problems is just such a great concept. Right, we're signing this one. What we got coming up next?
We got. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it for a second.
Sorry, I'm just drawing it.
Interesting. Shmeh.
Actually, I think Ines wrote something about what she wanted. Request for my book. Yeah, I didn't read that. Why didn't I read that? You guys eating cookies. Don't worry, I will send you cookies soon, I promise. Okay, so Ines wants us eating cookies.
Alright, I'll draw that next.
Alright, that's another one. Wait, who's this for?
I haven't put names down yet because I don't know what they're for yet.
Ooh, where do you want to put this then?
I'm putting them away.
Let's jump back into the chat. What we got going on here? Hey, look at that. See, RAM has barely dropped. Went from 4 gigs to 3.95. A lot better than we would have been crashing right now. Okay, there's a lot going on in this chat here. What we got going on here? Yeah. Oh man, gargoyles! Don't get me started. The freaking cast of Star Trek was in that. Dun, 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 dun. The only thing that confused me about that show was I was still kind of young. I didn't really understand like when they were jumping back to the past and the present, because every other episode was like now in the medieval era, now in Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and I'm like, what happened?
Detroit.
Good on.
Yeah.
Why does the castle keep moving to different places?
Why don't they have continuity in this show?
The gargoyles flap their wings and the whole castle moves. Is that how this works? That was my logic as a kid.
Logic.
They kind of brought gargoyles back. I think they brought like every Disney series back as a comic recently. So, what else is happening? Where were we? Gargoyles show annoyed me. No, not gargoyles. Goofy show annoyed you. Kids show was pretty cool back in the day. Is there any? I guess the most epic kids show these days would have to been Avatar, as far as like gripping plot and me going at the very end.
Yeah.
You know the moment. The tent, and you're like, Zuko and you. Uncle.
Yeah, I like the uncle.
It was heartwarming.
Yeah. Because mostly a lot of shows are mostly sitcoms. And
Incidental joke.
The adventure stuff is, or the magical, crazy stuff is still kind of sitcom.
Well,
like kid in school, kid doing.
Or like ponies. Like there's.
That's like a sitcom.
Yeah,
right?
it's basically.
Even though there's.
It's basically when you can watch a show in any order, and you won't really be like, huh, what? That's when it's like.
Detroit.
Detroit. Medieval. What? Gargoyles. Star Trek. It's so it's like but I guess Gargoyles did have a continuous plot. In as much as like say Beast Wars or Beasties or what we're supposed to call the Transformers show did, like you could watch most episodes in any order, but once in a while there's like an arc and a two-parter and a floating island with a laser tower and you have to watch it in order. And basically, I think all those shows. Heather, you know, right? All those shows rebooting stuff out on DVD now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, she knows about reboot.
Let's see. Kids shows are pretty cool back in the day. Chris though says, and now they're all becoming bad, or they're becoming stupid over their plot sitcoms that need to be kicked in the face.
Though,
how many shows?
I start to wonder if it's because we're getting older, so it's like we're looking at stuff today as stuff these kids watch. It's not like the cartoons when I was a kid, whereas your parents would have been watching all of those things. Like what? What is even going on?
Yeah, like it's kind of like I don't know. I guess I feel that way. Like we would have loved a lot of stuff as a kid. Like you wonder if the stuff you watched as a kid, if you saw now without the nostalgia, would you have been like? Eh?
I used to love the Felix the Cat movie, and I think I recently looked for it on
Probably shouldn't
YouTube, and I was just like, oh, it doesn't look as good as I remembered at all. And
I don't remember it at all myself. Actually, I remember being charmed by it and enjoying it.
No,
but
I got this creepy 3D giant head.
When like special effects were all the rage, like 3D.
Check it.
Transformers was on like Saturday mornings. It's like now it's got 3D transitions between the scenes.
Right.
I'm like, what?
The Transformer movie had like a lot of big stars in it.
Which one?
The Transformers movie, the cartoon movie.
Oh, I think Leonard Nimoy's in it.
Yeah, it's got him, and it's got
Orson Welles, and it's the last thing he
Welles
did before he kicked it. So.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. A lot of people have weird last credits.
He's like Unicorn or...
I think so, or Galaxatron.
Unicron.
Hello, everyone. No, is that the one I'm thinking? Orson Welles?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. No, Pinky in the Brain is all you need for that.
or the actual Orson Welles.
Yeah, or that, maybe. You become stupid, kicked in the face. So Chris believes a lot of shows need to be kicked in the face. Fluxbox is back.
So much violence.
Launchpad. Oh man, he was back a while ago though. We're way behind in chat. Goslin. You guys just listing names now. Thanks, Flux. Heather is a reboot master. Yes. We'll talk to her about reboot in a second. Checking the book for goodness and love to kill your enemy. Wait, chucking the book of goodness and love to kill your enemy. Great lessons Felix the Cat the movie taught us.
No, book.
Chucking the book of goodness and love to kill your enemy.
Yeah, they kill the villain by throwing something at him.
The book of goodness.
And he explodes. No.
That's man. You just made me nostalgic for what was the other show? Was it called? It was that movie we used to always watch where the witch had like a cup full of cherries that kept her young or something like that.
It was the Hug-a-Bunch.
The Hug-a-Bunch?
Yeah, and they were like
oh my
in her dryer.
Yeah.
It was live action. Yeah.
And she's wearing the brother's hat.
Do you remember this? There was like this scary evil mammoth in it.
Yeah, and they made him nice because the Hug-a-Bunch hugged him.
But that thing freaked me out so much when it's like, oh look, there's that evil thing and it's in the distance blowing fire and it's all.
Let's go hug it. I'm like, Christ, no!
What are you doing?
No!
And then they go to
don't
like,
hug it.
Caterpillar that lives on top of a book house or something,
yeah.
and he's all freaking out. Don't go visit the queen. And I was like, oh no.
Does anyone know the Hug-a-Bunch? Good lord, that is. This isn't even like Pop-A-Lots or whatever. This is. Yeah. The stupid things that rolled into themselves, which are awesome. Yeah. The Hug-a-Bunch.
Oh, and that ending, too.
Weren't they like Cabbage Patch Kids, honestly? Like, were they creepy?
I think they were kind of cute. I don't know. Do you think it was a Henson?
It was between that and like the live-action Teddy Ruxpin. Which was also wacky.
But also reminds me of having fevers.
Because we always watch these kid movies when he's sick.
I know.
So it adds to the delirium. You're like,
we didn't watch much TV, I think, growing up. We weren't really encouraged to watch too much.
Yeah, it was only if you're like out, you'd watch TV.
And we didn't even watch TV. It was a lot of tapes.
Or pre-recorded things like...
Yeah.
Oh gosh, there's some series with a mirror, and it wobbled, and stories, and a well, and a bird, and a lot of these. We have a lot of weird VHS. If we dug through our VHSs, we'd find some weird stuff that I don't even know if you could find anywhere else.
Well, with the internet, I think.
I don't know. Like someone should have something on it, but it's like they're not selling it.
Do you remember the last Starfighter cartoon? It was like a Star Wars ripoff.
That was last Starfighter?
No, Legend Oron Legend of the Star.
It's the one where they mine for these things.
It wasn't last Starfighter.
That go through the fire of the skull thing, and they become gems on the other side.
But
that was also the way out, so they hid under the things in the fire. And
I think it's the Legend of Oron or something.
It was a weird. There was like a C-3PO robot which had the patch bay in the butt.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, "You plug it in."
You didn't even know what the.
No, I just mean it was funny because it was the butt. I'm like, it plugs in the butt.
Yeah, butt humor was funny.
It was just butt humor. I don't think it was meant to be funny.
I think it was supposed to be like, because the guy was like the Han Solo kind of guy. It looked like a scarf around his neck.
It was a very like sci-fi cover art kind of thing. Like if you ever get like sci-fi digests where it's like, and now stories from a famed sci-fi writer, Barry Fitzberry.
Like Barry Fitzberry.
It's like, and the dawn came and there was spaceships, and then someone draws a dude with a scarf on the cover, and you're like, okay. That's what it looked like. It was very like generic. There's one scene where the heroes were given the chests with all like the money, and the bad guys are like, hey, we put a bomb in it, and then they're like, oh crap, there's a bomb in his chest, so they flew by and dropped it on the bad guys, and they blew up. So I'm like,
it's Star Chaser.
The
Legend of Orin.
Star Chaser: The Legend of Orin.
I remember watching this as a kid. Yeah, you remember this guy?
Oh my god, let's go to close-up cam. This guy is he's more evil than Darth Vader.
Yeah, this was the evil chokey guy
who would choke people with his hands.
Yeah, because he can't.
Let's check this. Look at that. He looks like a meme.
Yeah.
Looks like you should add some
the
text
there.
there.
The best 3D movie ever made.
It was 3D?
I don't think so.
We should write "Watch it" or "I'll choke you."
Yeah, seriously. Look at him. Oh,
he's pretty horrific. Wow, look that up now for all you.
It was made in '85.
This ain't no. Year I was born. This ain't no Fire and Ice, folks. This is friggin' Star Chaser: Legend of
Fire
Orin.
and Ice as a kid a lot too.
I didn't like it because the bird got shot with an arrow, and I felt bad for the birds, so stopped
Fire
watching.
And Ice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They ride birds in a cave. I'm like,
Never
no.
mind all the people that get killed.
Oh, frig them. They knew what they were getting into. It's like, here's the reason why I couldn't play The Emperor Strikes Back for Super Nintendo. I love Super Star Wars on Super Nintendo. I played it more than any other game, next to like Disney's Aladdin. Then like we rent Empire Strikes Back. Sweet, sequel. First level, you're riding the Tauntaun, who has its own health bar. Uh-oh.
That's right.
The Tauntaun gets killed. I cry. Turn off the game.
This is a game
I didn't
for
even
entertainment.
I didn't even get to like Hoth to like trip the walkers. I'm like, oh no! Return to Blockbuster for God's sake!
They didn't have a thing where you had to actually cut it open and sleep inside of it.
No, fortunately not. There wasn't a like sleeping minigame. But like, God,
it's like, press the A button. You're like, why? No!
I could not play that game. So in my collection right now, I have Super Star Wars and Super Return of the Jedi.
I like Super
No
Star
Emperor
Wars.
Strikes Back. Never finished it. Never beat the first 10 minutes. We got Heather Leach right in saying 3 minutes of Hug-a-Bunch. These things are creeping me out. Oh my God, it's on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Is this like Shaggy watching Hug-a-Bunch?
You guys.
Well, it's only 2 minutes. Oh, it's 3 minutes of it. Oh God, is this like a mashup?
I remember they're having pancakes with peanut butter or something.
Oh my God, these graphics are right off of like the digital board. Oh no, they have credits where the kids look at the screen.
Oh.
And she has a monkey puppet. Did he come to life?
I remember the monkey puppet.
And a penguin puppet.
Yeah. This is so weird. Can we show people this?
No, because unfortunately we don't have the cam twist working. All right, guys, write up 3 minute Hug-a-Bunch. 2 separate words. Kid gets an owl. They're having pancakes. Their hair is clearly from the 70s,
I remember that
early
brother
80s.
being a lot older. I think because we watched this as kids.
I remember it being a lot douchier.
So I thought he was the cool older brother.
I thought he was an asshole because he was always about the hat. He's like, you put my hat in the wash.
But he's like, Grandma's gonna die. He does say that. That's why she gets sad. That's why she gets so
after the hat comment. Now you've done it. That hat was Grandma's life.
That was the only thing keeping her in this world.
Oh yeah, because they want to get the cherries to keep the witch alive. I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but basically they fuck it up and Grandma.
The cherries can't touch the ground.
If the cherries touch the ground, Grandma dies or something like that.
No.
Well, you know, one leads to the other eventually if you look at it. Right? I'm saving this file.
But they fuck it up. You should write that one down too.
In the comment box. Oh my gosh, Hug-a-Bunch. This is a nostalgic episode. Oh man.
Oh gosh.
I hate the Hug-a-Bunch.
I love it.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. We got Crystal's saying the Alice in Wonderland show when we mentioned the mirror. What do you think?
Familiar.
There was that.
There was a blonde girl.
Frig, what was it? We watched Through the Looking Glass, which is the most goddamn terrifying film.
That had the Jabberwocky.
Next to Return to Oz.
That was another
The Looking
favorite
Glass
film.
is a terrifying film because the Jabberwocky is this if you follow any of the actual original Alice in Wonderland as well as Through the Looking Glass, they're actually quite mixed up when you watch like any incarnation of Alice in Wonderland, Disney or Burton. They basically take both books and jam it together. The Jabberwocky was kind of like this presence, basically like Nemesis from Resident Evil, who just is always chasing Alice, and like it's one of those things that kind of like gave you kind of nightmares because like she's in this giant party at the end, and actually it's kind of funny. Because Jabberwocky comes out of a box and looks like a big muffin. It's like, I'm like, but then like it's Jabberwocky. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that creeped me out.
But the thing was, then everyone just clears out, and it's all about her, and you're like, that's one of the most terrifying things where you're in a crowd and you get singled out to die. I'm like,
that's pretty scary.
As a kid, yes. The same as the Nutcracker animation, because Clara's all like, "Oh, I'm in Nutcracker's land." Now the rat's like killing after her, and everyone in the party could have backed her ass up, but it's gone.
And they start turning into toys. It's just her and this evil rat.
And she's
dragging
crying.
himself as he's
dying. People are turning into toys.
She's
the rat's bleeding.
Plums at him.
And she's like at the edge of a precipice, and I'm like, this is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, find the
It's causing me to swear on this show, which I never do, but I'm remembering my childhood stresses.
It was stressful.
Children's movies were stressful as kids. They were not fun. It's all like, oh, magical land, and then someone's stabbed.
One of my first jobs, I worked with the director of that.
It was well animated. Mm-hmm. It's a wacky, weird show. If you watch the Nutcracker with who was the voice of Clara? Why was she important?
She was Anna Green Gables.
Okay, she was. If you ever followed the Anna Green Gables TV series, that was her. And the uncle was like, Clara, I made a magic thing.
Uncle Drosselmeyer.
Drosy, old boy.
Oh, and Kiefer Sutherland was the Nutcracker.
Was he?
Yeah.
Charming. It's a nice little thing, but once again, don't watch the end. It's just stressful.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's just that feeling of just. It's also a very empty sequence when the magic land is fading and it's all fading to white and everyone's toys and she's crying and she's alone. And
things suck already because everybody's turning and then suddenly there's the Red King.
But it's basically the same thing as the end of any kind of Christmas Carol story where Scrooge is like, oh, take me back, spirit, and stuff starts fading. Then he wakes up and it's morning. It's all nice again. It's that level of heaviness for a child. Being like, oh, my sins.
Kid stuff is pretty creepy.
Yeah. A lot of the kid stuff I find tends to be a lot safer these days. But back then, man.
That's the thing. People are so gotta keep it safe. But it's I don't think it messed me up too much.
Look at me now having these freaking war flashbacks of these kids' shows I watched. All hitting me at once.
Well, you watched American Tail, right? They make
I think I repressed that quite a bit.
They make this horrifying mouse balloon at the end to chase the cats out. And it's done in this pencil animation style, so it's all gritty.
It's so gritty and dirty.
And it's the things
freaky.
Evil looking, and it's got teeth, and it just...
Yeah, Fievel Goes West is fun times with John Cleese and the mouse and his dancing, and it's hilarious. and who's the guy who's I'm Tiger in the... What's his name? He is...
Tiger.
I know, Don DeLuise was Tiger, I believe. Yeah. He was in every Don Bluth movie, actually.
Yeah.
But, man, the first American Tail is a depressing... He goes into, the work factory, and his parents are separated from, and he has to make buttons, and he's hanging out with friggin' the guys from Oliver Twist and stuff, and people are dying. Cats.
Yeah, it's pretty twisted.
It's basically Mouse, but for kids.
Well,
it's not that level, but it is a retelling of
the experience of a lot of
immigration from Russia, right? Was it?
Yeah, I think it was Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Fievel have an accent?
No, but the family
he would call everyone Papa and stuff, as a lead character of an American animation.
Yeah, it's always usually lead character of American animation is American.
Like in Dragon, I think we brought this up before, but How to Train Your Dragon, you have the whole Scottish island, and all the children are these American
So we're where do they come from? Where do you not develop your Scottish accent to kill your first dragon, and then suddenly you're oh, there it is!
Oh, you eat the dragon's heart and you become Scottish.
Maybe.
We got Flux. We got Flux saying printed. What's going on? I have Tauntaun sleeping bag. Oh, they have a Tauntaun sleeping bag with the organs printed on the inside.
I've seen that.
Funny story behind that. Think Geek every year had April Fools kind of products that weren't real, but most of them eventually become real because they're so ludicrous. And the Tauntaun was one of them. It was Tauntaun sleeping bag, and everyone's like, haha, funny, I want.
Yeah, it's clever marketing.
And I saw it at Comic-Con. It's pricey, though. It's a good $100+. So you gotta really love your children. If you have children to love. To give them a Tauntaun sleeping bag. Printed. Because I was saying, I remember the Nutcracker show movie thing, as well as the pink elephant sequence from Dumbo was frightened and trippy.
Yeah.
Don't get us started. You don't even have to have a fever or alcohol.
It's the pink elephants and Hooflumps and Woozles from...
Yeah. Bad combo.
Yeah, those I think we watched those one after another, and I'm just like, no.
And one fever.
Yeah.
Not enough Jell-O could suppress that.
No. Actually, that's what made me hate ginger ale.
Yeah. We used to have flat ginger ale was the solution to being sick. We got In This Talk saying, did you ever watch The Secret of NIMH?
Always.
Oh man, that gave me nightmares and left me... Because there was a freaky thing going to eat her, then the owl eats it.
A giant spider.
Is that what it was?
Its mouth is and it's coming at the...
Stop it!
You know what? That's why I'm arachnophobic, I think, because of that show.
Thanks, Bluth. You fat jerk.
There's the evil cat. Anti-cat. What? He makes chubby characters.
Oh, I thought like Tiger was the embodiment of him. And that's why he's casting Don DeLuise.
I think he's a thin Irish guy.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
And
jerk. Ruin our childhood with freakish things. Though apparently fairly different from the book, because no one had the Force in the book to like command. Nim was just like science and stuff.
Well, there was no magic stone in the book.
Yeah, they're like, Bluth was like, you know, we could make this book better. You know, this commentary on like science and all that stuff. Magic! Rum-tum tiger. Like,
okay, well, Nim is my favorite of the Bluth movies, though.
I'd have to say 5 Foot Goes West because it's funny. And John Cleese was in it, and I like John Cleese.
Okay.
He was the main cat, and he had the puppet that everyone believed was real, and I'm like, how do you not see his strings? He's made of wood.
Oh, that's right.
Even weirder was like, alright, American Tail was, alright, we made it to America, and it's like, let's leave and go somewhere else in America.
Well, it's like they made it to New York in American Tail, and then it's like, this place is expensive.
The West is better than New York. It was. It's full of magic and songs.
No cats in America.
What's the girl's song? That was like the most iconic song of like that era.
Somewhere out there.
Somewhere out there. Because they had the pop version at the end of every song.
Oh, yeah.
We got Weebot saying, I think the How You Train Your Dragon, the accent issue, it's more like when your parents born somewhere else than immigrants. So they immigrated to an American island of dragons.
Where are they learning the American accent, though? If everybody has
if all the parents are Scottish and they move to an island, even if it's in America, with American dragons, why do they all speak like, well, here's my dragon Buttertooth? And,
You just made me squiggle.
like an Anya's Ghost, something like that, writes Weebot15.
Anya's Ghost.
Thoughts?
What of it?
The accent changed? Well, like, in as much as, you moved.
Yeah, well,
anytime you're put into, like, the American school system, you're going to gain.
Well, also you're surrounded by the American accents.
Yeah, and the parents will maintain their accent because you usually move in pockets of communities. That's why you have, like, Little Italy, and you have, like, Greek Town and all this stuff.
Well, and I know friends, too. Like, I knew a guy in college who, a friend of a friend who had a very strong German accent when he came over, and his kids are jerks, they made fun of him for it, so he suppressed it until he doesn't have one.
Which sucks, because accents are awesome.
Accents are great. But, like, there's no, like, where's the American school and How to Train Your Dragon, where there's that one teacher that doesn't have a... Anyway.
What else we got? We got Shenanigans Live, the Cartoon Nostalgia Edition.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Or, like, the Nightmare Revisited Edition.
It's kind of like our daily lives.
Usually. We just reminisce on how great things were back then, how they suck now. The internet ruined everything, man. I liked it when things were on VHS and you had to rewind them. The anticipation to watch that movie
and just press forward a bit, and everyone had squeaky voices.
Yeah. Oh man, you remember tracking? Friggin' knobs, man. You got your VHS going whoop whoop whoop. Then you go to this, and it's like whoop whoop whoop. Yeah, you can't do that on the internet.
I remember being excited when we got the that fast rewind thing that you put it in, press it down, and it would rewind.
Oh man, outside of the VCR.
Yeah, because then you could actually watch another show
while rewinding. That's like a joy you kids don't know these days.
Yeah, with their DVDs and Blu-rays.
They even have like those 5-disc Blu-rays because they can't bother to eject one.
The machine just eats it. Craps out another one later.
There's plenty of cats in America. Don Bluth lied to us. Told you he was a dick. You said cartoons didn't mess us up, Katie. Look at us now, says Chris the host.
I know.
Flex says they were teens. They must have been rebelling by only having an American accent. You know, I'm not going to kill this dragon, and I'm not going to speak like you, Dad. I'm going to take Buttertooth to the canyon. He's Canadian, actually. I saw him in this movie about, oh god, what was it called? There's a Russian, he wanted to be, he was named after, like, this Russian guy, and so he wanted to be like him. Frig me, it was a Canadian film.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he was like, I think...
He's in your favorite movie.
Which one?
With your favorite actor.
Oh my gosh, The Sorcerer's Apprentice! Yes! He starred in that bad boy. Friggin' Nick Cage. Great movie.
I saw it on TV. Why does it suddenly switch to like home movie cam halfway through?
Did it?
doesn't it? The
No.
quality of it just drops.
It might have just been pan and scan on TV if you watch it. TV does weird things with pan and scan. I hates. Meanwhile, Fluxbox is in commercial time, so if you're enjoying a commercial, or if you're coming back from it, I hope you buy that irritating car on a parachute or whatever, or that house insurance.
I hope you don't buy it.
Or...
because we can't let them win.
Friggin' Scotiabank, check your portfolio again. Frigate. Where are we going to get a better quote? Shut up! Scotiabank.
How does that help? How does that help anyone?
That's not helping anybody. Scotiabank. Get your quote. No second opinions, the Scotiabank.
You didn't even get a first opinion.
I wish I wrote ads. Let's see, we got Proto Wilson.
Hey!
Is this Tim? No, is it Will? No, Tim's Willison.
No, this is
Who's Proto Wilson? Do I know this Proto Wilson?
yeah, I did a commission for her way back when of
What's up?
Franken Chicken from a really cool short film she put together, and she's one of our Indiegogo people.
What's up? She says, I don't understand why the main character in How to Train Your Dragon didn't have Scottish accents. Kids aren't stupid. Not like they would understand, or wouldn't, like, not like they would understand. Let's go back to this again. Didn't have Scottish accents. Kids aren't stupid. Apparently I am, though, because I can't read. Not like they would understand or relate.
If that had an accent, you'd have been like, what?
What?
So it had to be.
What?
But then, I think of it too, it's like if you're, we complain about the not being the proper accent for the context of the story, but then it's like if you're watching, say, Aladdin or something, I don't know, weird example,
have like
they
an
shouldn't
Arab
even be
accent.
speaking English at all.
Should be till Aladdin should have been
Maybe
subtitled.
you should be listening to it and you should be reading subtitles. Mulan, they should be speaking in one of the Chinese dialects.
How come only the funny characters or the old characters speak in the dialect? Like, this is the castle! And then he's like, I am the emperor. But everyone else is like, hi, I'm Mulan. Hey, I'm Dao. What's up?
That's true. Because the whole army,
You have to be funny or old to have an accent.
That's true.
Fa Mulan. Present.
Oh,
Speaking without permission. I like
Mulan. An accent.
I know it wasn't. That was clearly not an accent. Quite a nice dialect that lady had. But yeah, that's the point. And all the ghosts speak with accent. Wait, who was the main one? He was like, silence. He was like,
that was
we will ask these
the
ghosts.
first ancestor.
But no, I know him from elsewhere. Like, he's... his voice, I know it.
Oh, yeah.
And interestingly enough, a lot of the voice actors from Mulan and the series called Sagwa showed up. Sagwan with the little cat, and they're all like... A lot of them showed up in Avatar because of how they wanted a lot of like the kind of Asian character actors and stuff. So a lot of them showed up in Avatar. It was really interesting. I think maybe even... Did the guy play Samurai Jack? What's it? Phil Lamar. Did he show up in... There was a lot of good voice actors popped. I don't know if he was in Avatar, but a lot of good voice actors popped up in Airbender. If you catch up. Actually, no. The guy from Mulan, the irritating guy who was like... on What Lee's ass the whole time. What's his name? The guy who was at the camp, marking him down for everything.
Yeah.
I think he was like the mayor in the Avatar episode where they were like burning the Avatar effigy.
Yeah, I do remember him being in there.
And they had like the punishment wheel.
Oh
and
yeah.
they're gonna like bury him in like tar and stuff.
But what did they end up landing on?
I think he changed it to like something else so that he's like, sweep the town. Can you save us now? Or something like that. But that was that guy, I think. Like a lot of the voice actors bounce around. Let's just jump back to the Twitter here. If you just joined us, it's at Katie Shy on Twitter. It's also 8:43. What are you drawing on this one? Let's jump back to Katie Cam. We're doing this for the In This Talks one.
Eating cookies.
Let's switch over to Kid Cam. Shazam.
Not done yet, but eating cookies.
Nom nom nom. That's for In This. What else is going on the chat? Whew. Nicolas Cage is the same character in every movie, but that means I get the same enjoyment every time.
Exactly.
Except I'll say his best character was in Kick-Ass, because, my God, what's the one moment that kills me every time? Damn it! I remember it so well that I forgot it.
Is it when he's burning?
No, well, basically he's also, I guess it's just his like weird snickering kind of like self-comedy where he's just always like, he should call himself ass kicked, like or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But then he's a badass in that sequence in the warehouse where he's throwing grenades, and that's the best movie Nick Cage has ever done. I'm sorry if anyone enjoys Adaptation or National Treasure, but he is so good in Kick-Ass. Oh no, it's basically his Adam West presentation where he's like, correction, I found this at the sites. Like his how he
he's,
talks.
like, musty.
Yeah, he's basically like trying to be a cartoon superhero in real life as opposed to trying to be a real life superhero. Let's see. We got Heather Leach going, oh goody, I get a commercial break about HPV. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. I'm glad there's awareness for it, but I'm just like, hey guys, let's talk about comics. And it's like getting it in your woo. I'm like, all right. We don't need to talk about this while we're trying to talk about cartoons. We got.
It's important.
Yeah, it is important. It was like,
they used to have a STD awareness in the army with Donald Duck.
Oh my Jesus, how's that go?
How did that go, Jerry? Did you ever see that one? I don't think it was a cartoon, but it was ads where it was like, beware syphilis, maybe, and it was like Donald, like...
Sorry, how they just bumped in saying it was George Takei was the first ancestor in Mulan. That's why I know his voice.
I love George Takei. Do you see that he declared war on Twilight?
I saw him declare the war on Twilight. That was charming.
He's so charming.
He's this interesting internet fellow now.
Is
He's
it Takei or Takei? Takei, right? Oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah, the ancestor didn't say, oh my. Yeah, why didn't I recognize?
We got Blue Genius jumping in, saying, wasn't first ancestor of Mulan George Takei?
Yeah, Blue.
He was also in Atla as the warden of the...
Avatar The Last Airbender.
Hey! The warden. Yes.
Warden.
Oh, that was like the whole Jailbreak episode or Zuko. That was my favorite line in the whole series. Had to been because Zuko goes on like this kind of like everyone gets to like him because he goes on individual journeys with each one of them.
Yeah.
And then Toph
is
like,
watched Airbender, cover your ears.
Yeah, but then Toph was like, I haven't gone on like a life-changing adventure with Zuko yet. Why can't he team up with me? And so they go together, and she's telling him all her problems, and he just doesn't care. It's so funny. Oh, Toph is ridiculous.
So cute.
Let's see what else we got going on here. In the chat, I think he's George K. Frank and Chicken and the Creepy, says Chris the host. Creepy Porpoise would be BFFs for life. And there's an X through life. And I don't know how you guys are doing that. Is life like a bad word? Wait, there's an X on the middle of my screen.
Huh?
What?
Oh, is it following you?
Oh, no. Oh, wait, it follows my mouse.
Yeah, so you know who you're talking to. You're
Okay.
like, that comment gets an X.
Crystal saying I think it's George K. He landed a boil in oil but sandwich in the community service. Boil in oil but switched it to community service. What's going on?
The wheel of
Oh, okay, boil in oil. That's what it was. Sorry,
this is fun. I'm getting good brain exercise from this chat.
Because you're like thinking back to the past.
Memory games? I love memory games.
Boil in oil. That's what it was. And then community service. Community service. Dallas Chris beat me to it. Oh, puts on the. Oh man, there's just evil stuff going on the site. Join the chat if you guys want to like be in this. There's a tangled web of conversation. Meanwhile, Kellhound joining us, 1365, saying Vampire Kiss is fun because it's so crazy. He is a cartoon in that. Nick Cage, that is. I haven't seen Vampire Kiss yet.
I haven't seen Vampire Kiss.
I don't think I've heard about it until now either.
Give it a watch. Going on a Nick Cage marathon.
Did I do that? I think my extended Nick Cage marathon was The Wicker Man.
No, I haven't seen that yet.
It's the greatest movie to watch. I had the great fortune to see Wicker Man in a independently owned theater that a friend worked at, and we used to have like these weekly screenings where we took all the popcorn at the end of the day. So I had a giant bag of popcorn that we'd pass around, like a garbage bag full of popcorn. And he said, "Go nuts on the soda fountain." So we'd like go, giant drinks, and we all watched the Wicker Man on big screen, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Ah, good times.
Okay, I think we're just about signing.
Oh, here we go. Let's take a look. See,
this is for Idness?
Idness is a Drawerzine. Let's just switch over to Katie Cam.
Okay.
What we got happening?
Eating cookies.
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 Yay.
Yay, cookies.
Cookies.
Okay, signage. I'm gonna grab some water.
Blue Genius saying, haha, my nickname when I interned at Nickelodeon was Toph. I dressed up as her for Halloween.
I can see that.
And the name stuck. That's awesome. I know you worked at Nickelodeon. It's crazy.
Yeah, she did some Last Airbender interning.
Oh, how'd that go?
Probably
Sounds
awesome.
Fun. It was a good show. So good show to intern on because like you can intern on some random stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, commercial time. CBS is looking for a brand for the Grammys. A band looking for a band for the Grammys. CBS really? There's an ad for it. Like, be the Grammys at a band.
Be the Grammys.
Couldn't they have just like I don't know called a band?
All right, who else are we drawing stuff for?
I don't know. Anyone else here on the chat? As if you're just joining us.
Oh, Proto Wilson. What do you want on your book?
Proto Wilson? Where's Proto Wilson? You still here, Proto Wilson?
We're doing the drawings on the inside cover of the book, so...
if you're still here...
Yeah, if you want something in particular,
inside
write
cover.
it out. Otherwise, I'll just draw the wizard doing stuff.
Yeah, otherwise you get no call. Oh, criminy, let me have a quick think, says Proto Wilson.
Okay, we'll be here.
Jumping back a bit, Tangled Web of Awesome is what's going on, says Chris the host. The plot is Nick Cage thinks he is a vampire, but really he isn't.
What makes that funny is that he thinks he's a vampire.
So it's mostly watching Nick Cage be insane, says Calhoun. I gotta write this down. I gotta watch. What's this movie called again? It was
Kiss.
Vampire Kiss.
Sounded like a manga.
I think it...
Vampire Kiss.
Which one is that? That was the one in Shoujo Jump. It was Vampire... Was Vampire something? Night? Vampire Night? Yeah, whatever.
The one where you see everybody with the school uniforms at anime cons.
Oh, really? I don't think I've ever caught that. I always thought it was something else.
Day school, because the night classes are the vampires.
Yeah, they're the pretty boys.
Yeah.
Used to read those with city voices.
Were white.
Says, can you draw Marcus?
Pass. Yep. No problem.
Well, I didn't write my symmetry.
That's right.
This thing.
I can definitely draw Marcus.
Yeah, I'm drawing too. Yeah. Alright, another book done. Where do these go?
Hooray!
Huzzah! We'll be shipping. Basically, the ones that are done now, I'll ship like tomorrow morning.
Yeah, here you
so
go.
They'll be on their way, guys. Lucky you. Unless you're like a higher level ranker, we have to get you like.
Actually, I finished Idnis's commission a while ago too.
Oh, really? Do you have an envelope for all that?
I'm just wrapping them. With,
Can't draw Marcus. Oh, I hate these ads. Yay, thanks. Yeah, enjoy the ads is what keeps Ustream free, I suppose. Let's do a quick
That's what
refresh.
makes us not have to pay the $90 a month.
Yeah. So, like, write a story or a song about the ads you see, and that'll make them fun.
Yeah, because we were thinking next week we do another campfire story episode.
Next week will be last episode for Christmas. Or holiday day for people who are offended by Christmas.
Snowflake face.
Snowflake present buy and give day.
Wait, no, presents are offensive.
Oh. Disappointments in a box day. Coming up on the 25th.
All the stores are closed day. Or go see a movie day.
Movies are cheap day. So yeah, we'll be doing a story time again. You guys have any stories you want us to read with silly voices? We'll be getting the campfire, maybe some snow. Set up for next week.
Yeah, we'll get some lights.
We got a second Creepy Porpoise tale, so be sure to be there. Written by the one, the only Chris the host.
Yeah.
Not the clones. We'll be reading that out next week, around 7:30, of course. Stop on by in the Ustream. And if you have other stories you want to send our way, maybe we'll do something. We'll read for read, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
show
see.
And tell.
If you haven't done mine, says WeBought15 Daniel Luke. Could it be the two of you jamming, please?
Jamming.
What do you play?
Done.
Spoons?
Yeah, I can play spoons.
Heather Leeds.
Wait. Did you post that awesome fan art Daniel Luke did of us?
Post it where?
Did you show it? Can we bring up stuff on the screen?
No, because I'm not using Cam Twist.
Oh.
I explained this all in the very beginning of the episode.
I'm gonna do my phone then.
Okay, do it on the phone.
Sucky, but...
We can't share the screen right now. Watch the beginning of the episode. There's so much going on up there. Heather Leeds saying, if you haven't done a sketch from my book yet, the two of you being your silly selves. Man, this is like a lot of us showing up with these books.
Thanks, guys. Who wanted us being ourselves?
We got Heather Leach wanting silly selves. So is it just us sitting at the table, like
doing tax?
Talking about, remember Feifel? That's scary.
Yeah.
Don Bluth is an asshole.
You fat Irishman. It's not fat.
Oh, it could be us dressed in Reboot.
Yeah, we could do that.
What outfit do I want? I don't want the new Enzo because he looked douchey. I want the original Bob because he was sick.
Yeah,
and not the surfer dude. He looked douchey.
Who was the girl, Marina? Or something?
She was kind of cool,
She was a cute little kid, and then she was like Super Mermaid thing or something.
Yeah, but Enzo's just like, I'm from Mortal Kombat. That's how he lost his eye. Enzo lost it in Mortal Kombat, which is like Scorpion. He was dressed as Scorpion, so he took his eye. I'm like, ah!
That's terrible.
This show has weight!
Yeah, that's right, because they
had
to play violent
pixels. Yeah, because like I guess it's like the era's changed.
Alright, here's a wicked fan art we got from Daniel Luke.
Oh, let's pop over to camera 2 since we can't do screen grab.
I love this.
Switching
wicked.
over.
Can you see this? Yeah, it's me and Shaggy riding on our book. I've got my fist in the air. I don't know how good the...
Yeah, unfortunately can't see the eyes that good on it, but the
Shaggy's
eyes are awesome.
holding his ukulele, and it's power! This is like the Ustream kind of... And yeah, thank you so much. That's so wicked. And actually, I should give a shout out. You can find Daniel's blog by going to Webbot, webbot15.blogspot.com. So thank you so much, Daniel.
It is awesome. Is it? Do we have the picture posted up on the Silly Kingdom page?
I haven't put it on the Silly Kingdom page. Yeah.
Okay. So we gotta get on that.
Yeah, we should get on there.
Done.
Done.
We got a lot of things we have to do.
Oh, we got so many things we gotta do.
So many things. We got In This Sane. Any parkour vids? Nope. Because I'm not good enough yet to warrant a vid. Though, this last week, Sunday, if you ever play Mirror's Edge, did a little bit of that action because I went from the ground up into a vault, off the vault, onto a wall, and grabbed a pole and climbed it.
Okay, that's
Bam.
Crazy.
And then my ribs started hurting. So I stopped. Because I'm old. All those little kids are doing front flips and make me look like a fool.
Yeah, kids are pretty crazy.
Well, because here's the thing: is like this is what we came. The reasoning we came upon is you can tell a kid to like run into a wall and he'll happily do it.
Oh, they will.
You tell an adult to do it and they're like, "Well, my work week is gonna get screwed up, and I have this to do, and I gotta feed my children." All this kind of stuff. It's like we think too much about everything. We don't have that inhibition of like wall.
Well, you watch little kids and it's like they think they're Spider-Man, and then they'll run and like hop over.
Spider-Man. I climb everything.
They'll like take a tumble down the stairs and be like, "Oh my god!" and they just get up and run away.
It's usually the parents' fault. The kids cry. You're like, "Oh my god, are you all right?" And you're freaking out, and the kid starts freaking out.
Because you're looking at them with this horrified face, and you're grabbing your kid. And, like,
so let your kid fall down the stairs, and he'll be fine.
Well, I mean,
We rode laundry baskets down the stairs as kids.
We did that, right?
So
it
made perfect sense at the time.
I remember being a moment where we were like always pushing ourselves around in laundry baskets, and we looked at the stairs and we're like, "There's no way this is not a bad idea."
How could this go wrong?
Somehow we didn't die, but I remember when we landed, we were like, "Let's never do that again."
I thought we did it every other day.
No, I think we did it once. It was bad.
As we mentioned earlier, we didn't watch a lot of TV as kids. We spent more time pushing laundry baskets down the stairs.
No, and we knew that we weren't supposed to do it because I remember just being like.
I think that was a rule in our house. You're not allowed to ride laundry baskets down the stairs.
I think that's a rule in most people's houses. Because, I mean, we're thinking, it's just going to be like, gug, but it's...
Yeah.
I think
it was carpeted, so one led to the next pretty nicely.
We didn't flip, did we?
No, we did pretty good.
I've fallen down the stairs a lot of times, though.
It was carpet. I wouldn't do it on your steps. They're wooden. Forget that. That's dangerous.
You ride a laundry down.
I'm not going to ride a laundry basket down your stairs. Man, we were like doing Jackass before it was popular.
Yeah, seriously.
Let's see how they're saying. Yeah, reboot it. Reboot it. Get it. It's like a computer. And we bought 15. Danny Luke saying you're both very welcome. Happy face. Double happy face going for the 2 combo. Well done, sir. Meanwhile, skis, what we got going on over at the chat. If you haven't jumped on yet, Ustream chat has actually been working pretty well because we're not using Google Chrome, which has a memory leak, which I hate. I don't know how to fix.
Yeah, actually, our memory is way up.
It's only gone down by like 20 megs. I could probably clear it right now and no one would be the wiser.
Yeah.
Actually, the other thing is not even just the memory. This time Google Chrome wouldn't even recognize cam twists. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know we had a webcam. Tiredness.
It was like, I'm on a computer.
Alright, Creepy Porpoise saying, do you go to a print shop to get all your prints done up?
For this? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Yes. Right now I'm going to TPH, which is good because I have a branch that's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty much like across the street, and we're like, alright, convenience.
Yeah. Makes
done.
Like, really easy.
And this is also why the covers are brilliantly beautiful, because they take the stuff seriously.
They're cool.
Check it.
They're cool.
Ooh, colors are nice.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
We did good stuff.
I want to read 7 of them.
Ah.
I'm increasing my numbers every time I talk about it.
7 books.
Chris was saying, oh yeah, campfire story episodes. That's coming up, your Christmas campfire holiday gift giving of hate special. By the way, change the last word to porpoise in the story.
Oh,
is there a typo in porpoise?
Giving you spelling fixes.
Can you just send me a revision? Chris, send me a revision, buddy. What's up? Why do I have to fix your story? What's up with this? I'm your editor. This is how it works. You do the work.
So why am I the one doing all the spelling checks in Silly Kingdom?
Because I can't write. Creepy Porpoise saying he used to slide down. I don't write great. I write awesome. Creepy Porpoise saying I used to write. Whoa! Chat just bumped up to 50 new comments. Nope, it didn't. It just jumped. I used to slide down the stairs in a sleeping bag. I feel like you feel the impact more. The benefit of the laundry basket was it.
We'd stuff it with pillows.
Yeah, we'd have a back seat rest because the pillow would be big enough that I can go on the back and along the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You just sit in it and get a little push.
I feel like our mother is listening and we're now horrified.
Well, we knew how to steer it. The staircase had a curve. We had to like kind of.
You had to lean into the curve and try not to spin out.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
You
like
didn't want to get your head lodged into the banister.
Yeah, or hit the grandfather clock.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
We usually hit the brakes before that. Chris, the host, saying, fine, I thought I could be lazy. You thought wrong. Oh, Chris. Silly boy. Oh, mercy. Meanwhile, what's up? Why am I taking a pen? Bam. Alright, so it's 9 o'clock now. Man, we've been going for 7:40.
We got
8:40.
4 things in the works. I gotta
4?
be quicker.
Yeah, you gotta be like super fast draw times. Alright, well, I got nothing else to say. I also have a sore throat, hence the giant grog mug of tea. Bam, Monkey Island. Check it. Anything else coming up to keep in mind? Alright, so let's just recap briefly. Flap goes west, terrifying. No, Dragon Tail was. Flap was charming. I'm not going back that shallow. Contest for me to win and my team. Go to your Facebook and check out Xbox Canada. Look up the Who's in Your Crew contest so that if we win first place, if you vote every day for our photo, the Rumble Pack, we all wear orange sweaters. Vote every day if we win. Each member of the team gets an Xbox 360, a Kinect, a copy of Dance Central 2, and, get this, dance lessons. Not only would I be a parkour genius, I'd be a dance master.
And I would film it and show you guys.
Yeah. I was even contemplating if we could bring cameras and be like, hey, can we shoot a reality show while you teach us dancing? And like maybe they'd be cool with that.
Yeah.
Then we're actually posting a video, hopefully tomorrow. I know the contest actually ends like next week on like Thursday or Friday or something like that. But hopefully tomorrow I have a video up for it too, so you can see the whole crew, meet the crew. We have silly accents and clothing, and it's funny. The people at the office seem to enjoy it.
That was good.
Let's see what's going on here. Quickly, we got a thing. In this saying, we would have rolly chair races in the hallway until my bro ran into the wall and put a huge hole in it. Yeah.
I'm just picturing this like chair and kid-sized hole.
It's like a child like through the wall. Classic.
That's classic.
Oh, Chris just sent the revision. Thank you, sir. We can now read it next week. It's story time. Flexbox saying, good show. Time for me to hunt down some food. You go hunt.
Yeah.
Get your bow.
Go on the hunt, sir.
An arrow. So just briefly recap. Dan Central, Who's in Your Crew, Xbox Canada on your Facebook. You gotta like it, unfortunately, if you have a thing about liking. I'm pretty sure they're not going to steal all your information, just some of it. And then you can vote for us every day. Click vote. There's another team there, too, called the Hazmats. That's the guy in my company kind of runs it, so pretty good if you vote for him, too.
Just vote for everyone.
Just vote. No. Only those 2 teams. Don't vote for the rest.
Okay.
Because we got to win this. Other things. So next week, going to be the Campfire Storytelling Episode 2.
I think we'll have to crack out the s'mores again.
Cracking out the s'mores.
Giant marshmallows.
We got a bag full of marshmallows.
We haven't really touched it since last time.
Katie doesn't fancy marshmallows, little did I know. I just left them here, nothing happened. We're going to read stories from the one and only Chris, the host, fine editor of typos, and quick to the shoot of the resending, as well as stories if you guys had to send in. If you have poems, songs, fan art
of Silly Kingdom,
choose your own adventures, any of that, send them in to sillikingdomcomic@gmail.com. sillikingdomcomic@gmail.com is where you want to send it, and we'll take a look at that and maybe read it with silly voices and stuff. Let's see what else is coming up. Books are being shipping. We're drawing in them. We're starting shipping like tomorrow. It's happening. Any conflict in shipping will be due to the holiday mailing because everyone else is shipping their postcards to little Billy with a sweater.
Yeah, we didn't really plan this.
Yeah, we planned nothing smartly. Next time we'll do better.
Next time we'll not do it during the
so if you have changed your address, get to us ASAP because we have actually printed all our labels for the 20s and some of the 30s.
The envelopes are good to go.
We're shipping, so if you change your address, then someone else who lives in your house is getting it.
And they will enjoy it. And
yeah.
It'll be lovely
You'll
too.
be missing out on it.
But then you guys wouldn't, you'd have to wait.
You don't want that. So get back to us once again, sillikingdomcomic@gmail.com. That's where all the information. So those are shipping out. Beyond that, any questions? Yeah, go through that email as well. Sure. You got anything? What's up?
I'm just like minutes away from finishing this drawing. So I'm like,
let's finish.
I'll just
Okay.
You're like, well, I'm exhausted all day.
I exhausted my throat, dude. My throat's been sore since 2 days ago, since my all-nighter Gears of War campaign, where we did Horde mode until 3 in the morning at the office, and we took that Brumac down.
Why did that hurt your voice?
Because we yell quite a bit while playing Gears of War.
Sorry.
Build a fence! Build a fence! What's happening here? Show the book.
Oh, sorry.
You like showing the page.
I didn't know you were... I'm just finishing the eyes, which I should have inked first, because that's the first thing you're supposed to ink. But... Well, maybe I can... Yeah, we'll see. I'll just...
Hey, we got Marcus. Who's this one going out to?
This is going out to Proto Wilson.
Proto Wilson.
Or Anne Marie. Do you prefer Anne Marie or Proto Wilson? I believe it's Anne Marie. And if I'm wrong on both accounts, let me know which you prefer.
Whoops. What else we got here? Fine, be lazy. Proto Wilson says, I don't mind.
Don't mind Proto Wilson.
Or don't mind Anne Marie. Which do you mind?
That one. Come on.
The one you just said. Proto is fine. There you go.
Alright, Proto.
It also says Anne Marie is fine. Damn it! This is the conflicts we have. These options.
Oh, man.
Yeah, okay, we'll be finishing up that. Beyond that, what else is coming up?
Can we show the print?
What? Do we have a print?
The art print?
Where?
Oh, the actually...
Did you print it?
No, but...
Why don't show it on that, then?
No? Okay, well, it's
beautiful.
beautiful.
It's great. You guys will see it.
It's on the blog.
Creepy Porpoise says, write them both.
Okay. Thank you.
There's the diplomatic way. Everyone wins. But yeah, we got a really sick, wicked, awesome print coming as well for you from the 40s, I believe, right? 40s and up?
And up, yeah.
40s and up. We also have the wicked, awesome button packs coming to you guys from 30s and up. Those have been long done. I was on the ball with that. Got them done right away. And you guys will be getting buttons that you can then place where you keep your buttons on your shirt, on your hat.
In your button holder.
In your button holder. We got Insane. So you guys are still going to get a second comp for just tweet and chat.
Probably not.
Probably not.
We're doing okay right now with the just being off of Chrome.
Yeah. It's just more about figuring out what is wrong with Chrome with this memory drain. If that memory drain would go away, that'd be amazing. Christos says it will be the Prince of the God. Are you falling down a well, Chris?
I love how dramatic that guy is.
And Proto Wilson wins twice, apparently. I win twice.
Yeah, you win twice. Alright, eyeballs.
Eyeballs. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're probably not going to get a second computer. It's just...
It's a little crazy.
That's insane.
Unless it just shows up under our winter holiday magic tree.
Chris hits the bottom. I'm okay.
I was worried.
We were concerned about you. You know, we did bring up Anya's ghost recently, so we don't want any of that happening to you, too.
Crazy evil ghosts.
Yeah, know that. Just excruciating pain. That's okay. I've been excruciating pain every week I do parkour. We're in the same wavelength, man. Flexbox saying, I will talk to my friends at Google for you, Shaggy. Hey, guys. It's Ram, bro. You got no idea, bro. I'm delighted by that.
Can you also, Proto Wilson?
What? PROTOWILSON, one word.
Okay.
Kick ass.
And how do you spell Anne Marie? And Dash Marie.
And, well, she wrote Anne Marie with capital M right after the NN. Anne Marie.
Capital M after the NN?
Yes, A-N-N. Murray.
Anne Marie.
Oh, wait, she added a dash afterwards.
A-N-N.
It is Anne Dash Mary.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah.
Nice. Alright.
Wait, Mary or Marie?
Oh my gosh. M-A-R-I-E.
Oh, just like my
Andy.
name.
So Flexbox is going to be talking to his Google friends. He's got the hookups.
Sign.
Sweet. Alright. They were just about ready to wrap up, so my voice is sore.
Pen.
Dude.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in for another show of Shannon
It was a good hour and a half without the RAM crash.
Yeah,
That's
you did
nice.
some good talking even though you've got a really sore voice.
Yeah, I won't talk tomorrow.
Yeah, so I got a whole box of books to finish drawing. We got a whole bunch of things to post. And I think tomorrow's going to be a massive mail day, and then all week's going to be a massive mail day, and then all next week's going to be a big mail day.
Like,
and
any book that gets done, I'm just going to mail it right
We'll let you
then
guys
and there.
know once the shop is open.
Yes.
It'd be so nice to get it open this week, because I know some people want to get Silly Kingdom as Christmas gifts.
We probably could. I just wanted to make sure we had the books in our hands before we open it.
Yeah,
so
you know what? We could probably
open
open
the
it
shop
tonight.
Do we want to tell them it's special?
Okay,
shipping?
yeah, what we're doing for this month is we're just as thanks you guys so much for being so patient with us. We're taking shipping off for the month of December,
yeah.
so it's just the cost of the book.
Hateful Holiday Special.
Yeah, Hateful Holiday Special.
No shipping.
So
we'll cover that just for the.
I think if you put in your orders this week and we ship by Friday, we should be able to get your books to you by Christmas or whatever holiday you happily enjoy. And even afterwards, that's still a nice little extra, because it's like, oh, you got a Christmas card late. Oh, it's still happy holidays. So that'll be the month of December. No shipping. And I think tonight or by tomorrow morning, the store will be open. So that'll be if you go to the Silly Kingdom website, sillykingdom-comic.blogspot.com. There's a little shop icon. You click that and you go to our big cartel. So, yeah, I think that's the only other big news for this.
Last few things. What we got going on here. It was wonderful episodes of Chris the Host, even being at the bottom of a well. Well, hopefully we'll pull you out next week.
Yeah, for
our story time. Get out of your well, Chris. It's story time. We got Kellhound1365 saying, do you guys know about Poly app to sell Poly. PDFs?
Yeah.
Is that what we use?
We use Poly.
We do. Not only do we know about it, we're integrated.
Yeah.
Black Fox saying, I am going to buy one for someone so I can save on the shipping. Well, you can probably just say what's up and I can hand it to you.
Yeah, we see you a lot.
We see you often enough that I can just give you one.
No, he lives in Hamilton though.
Oh, that's true.
Well, come on out to a horrible movie night and we'll just
there's bound to be on our Christmas party. Great Barbers makes the C face. I don't know what it is. It might be like a mustache, maybe handlebar. Maybe. My 005 Micron just exploded everywhere.
Oh, geez. This guy?
Whoops.
I also have one. So sorry to hear that.
And Kellhound. Man, everyone's all trying to chime in the last second. I'm trying to wrap up this episode.
Chirpers.
Alright, hold on. So you can save. So, save. Everyone's talking. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. Chris the host, say the last thing. 'Cause I'm going to end the show, right now. I shall be the last. Okay, see you guys.
Wait.
Oh!
Proto Wilson, are you still on? Sorry, you ordered another book. Who do you want me to sign that to? Or do you want me to sign it? Yes.
He says yes.
Do you want to send it to
Hanardi.
Hanardi?
Hanardi.
H-A-N.
Okay, this time, Creepy Porpoise. You get the last say. What's up?
I shall be the last.
My niece.
Hanardi, my niece. That's a lovely name.
That's a nice name. Creepy Porpoise, wrap us up.
H-A-N-A-R.
Alright, see you guys next time.
Bye.
Story time.
See you next week.